Paul here. Welcome to Jellin Outdoors. Today's project, can you see right here? What do you see? Well, what I see in here is a baseball bat. This is a ash. It's dead. It's dried out. So we're going to cut a piece off of this and we're going to make a nice baseball bat. So in behind the tree, I've got a piece of cherry. I'm going to cut this out. It's going to be scrapped. And in behind that, I've got an oak tree. The oak tree I'm going to keep. So this ash here, I'm going to cut and have it go back in behind on this direction. I'm going to warm my saw up and then we'll come back and we're going to do the cuts on the tree. Okay, so I'm going to put a notch somewhere from between here and here. I'm going to pull off the bark and see where I want it. Before I do that, I'm going to just show you behind me, directly behind is my path, my escape path. It's on a 45-degree angle, so if anything goes wrong, I can just exit out that way. I also have another path directly on the other side if I have to use that route. Let's take the bark off and take a look and see where I'm going to cut. When I'm taking the bark off, what I'm looking for is to make sure that it's not rotten. I'm going to take a small log and bump the tree a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm testing for its hardness to see if it's soft or not. The second way I'll be able to tell if it's really soft or too soft, when I put my saw in, I'm going to be able to feel if it's pulling out chips or if it's just kind of fine sawdust. Let's get my saw started and get the notch in. What I've done is I've lined my sight of my saw to go to the direction that I want my tree to fall in. I just have to complete my notch now. Got my notch started. I want to clean it up as good as I can get it. Alright, I've got my notch in. It's nice and clean. It's in the direction that I want. I'm going to be making my back cut now. So as you can see here, this is the piece that I'm interested in. This is going to be my new baseball bat. So baseball bat from scratch. The next part to do with this piece is to take a draw knife on it and size it down a little bit. And the third part will be to put it on a wood lathe. Now this is not a how-to video. I'm not trying to tell you how to cut a tree. I'm just showing you how I do it and why I'm doing it. Basically, I have a dead tree and I want to use it for more than just firewood. So I've got a future project, which I can't tell you right now. Also, I'll be making a baseball bat. So good use of a dead tree. What do you think, guys? Be able to knock them out of the park once I'm finished with this. The draw knife is a perfect tool to whittle down the piece of wood, get it shaped more like a bat prior to putting it on a wood lathe. I could put it on the lathe right away, but it's not as fun. I've made a bunch of bats. I don't have any more. It's quite a long time since I've done it. They either been broken, given away, or who knows, misplaced someplace. Anyways, let's get carving. And hold it down with my chest while I'm using the draw knife. This way I can see the angle, and the taper is so much better. And it is a much easier way to pull the knife up. The only one thing is you got to be careful not to bring it up into your face or anything like that. What I'm trying to do is just get the initial bark off the old dead stuff so I can see a little bit underneath how I want to shape it. Well, alright, I've taken a fair bit of material off with the draw knife. It's relatively smooth. It's tapered down the way I want. Next step is to put it on the wood lathe. Just before I do that, I want to show you some of the nice grain in that wood. You can see it's going to come out pretty nice. Well, alright, I've got the piece of ash mounted onto the wood lathe. It's a 37-inch wood lathe. I'm going to start off with a roughing gouge. I put on a safety mask, safety helmet. The reason for that is not because of the sawdust or the wood chips. It's because the length of the bat or a piece of ash, it could come off while it's turning. I've got it set at low speed for right now to be a little safer with it. Once I get it rounded out a little bit more, then I will turn the speed up on it. Okay, I'm going to bring you in closer and I'm turning the machine on and you can see some of the gouging as I go. guys, the last piece to do is put some finishing oil. I've got Danish finishing oil. It is Golden Oak number 74. I'm just going to wipe it on with a cloth. Let's do this. For the second coat, I'm going to use Varathane Gel Stain. It's a special oak. Number is 605. So I'm going to apply it onto the cloth and then onto the bat. And hopefully this will give the bat a little bit more pop. One thing to note that it's pretty cold out here, so the wood is not going to absorb the stain as well as I would like, but that's not a problem. I like to have it go in slow, and after I take the bat off of the wood lathe, I'll bring it in the house and I'll put a third coat when it's warm. So there we go. The bat's all done. You can see the next step is just to take the parting tool at this end here, and I'll use this here. Okay, so that's basically it for the bat. I've just got the top of it finished to sand and the bottom, and I just have to put a little stain on it. Alright everybody, the bat has been completed. Let's take a look at its dimensions. Let's do the measurement first. See here that it's 32 inches long. We'll put a caliper on there for the width. We've got 2.3 for the head of the bat. And let's do a weight. We have just over 26 ounces. By the time the bat dries a little bit more because of the cold weather, it is dry. It will drop a little bit more weight. It should go down maybe about 24 ounces or so. Well, alrighty everybody, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button. It will help me out with my channel. In addition, leave a comment, your thoughts about this bat. I will be making some more in the future, so tune into those videos. Finally, you think I can hit one out of the park? I think so. Well, let me know in the comment. See you next time on Gelling Outdoors.